Hi everyone, welcome to Bar Fashion's YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be learning how to draft a mermaid skirt using freehand method. And I'll be making use of this velvet fabric to make this mermaid skirt. We'll be starting with the front piece. So to determine how much fabric you're going to fold, you decide how wide you want the down part of your mermaid to be. So that will determine the amount of fabric you fold. And I want the down part of this mermaid to be 23 inches wide. That's 23 inches on fold. Okay, so we'll go ahead and fold our fabric. So if you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, please kindly click on the subscribe button to subscribe and make sure to put on your notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So let's dive right into the video. So here I'm folding my fabric. I'm going to be folding 23 inches because that's how wide I want the mermaid to be. So I've folded my fabric and I have 23 inches on fold. So you can see that this part is folded. So this is going to be our center front. And I'm going ahead to press it. So the first thing I'm going to do is to draw the starting line. And this starting line will serve as the waistline. So this is the waistline. So the next thing I'm going to do is to mark the hip line. From waist to hip is 9 inches. So I'll mark here at 9 inches. Then from waist to the knee line, the actual knee line of my client is 22 inches. So I'll be going up by 2 inches from that 22 inches because we are making a mermaid gown. You can go up with as 3 inches depending on how tall the person is. So here I'm going up with, okay, I'll rather go up with 3 inches. Let me go up with 3 inches so that it's a bit high. Okay, so let's start from here. Just don't stop. So from waist to hip line is 9 inches. The next is from waist to knee line. And from waist to knee line is 18 inches. How did I come about this 18 inches? The actual knee of my client is 21 inches. So I went up by 3 inches from the knee line because I am making a mermaid skirt. So here I'm marking the knee line on 18 inches. So when making a mermaid skirt, you don't need to use the actual knee line because the skirt will be too tight around it. Go up by 2 or 3 inches depending on how tall the person is. So here I went up by 3 inches to mark the knee line. And then the next thing I'm going ahead to mark is the full length. And the full length of this skirt is 42 inches, and that's where my fabric stops. So I'm just going to straighten out my lines. So having done that, next I'm going to enter the waist measurement. The waist divided by 4 is 8 inches. And then I'll add 2 inches for my sewing allowance and then 1 inch for that. Then here on the hip line, the hip divided by 4 is 10.5, so plus 2 inches. Then the knee, to determine what to have at the knee or what to use at the knee, the hip measurement, what you have on the hip determines what you use on the knee. So here I have 12.5 in total here. I'm going to subtract 2 inches from it and enter it on the knee. You can subtract 1.5 or 2 inches. In this case, I'm subtracting 2 inches so that it fits well. This skirt, the owner needs it to be tight. So here I'm subtracting 2 inches from what I have here and I'm entering it on the knee, and here is 10.5. So having marked my 10.5, so now for the hem, remember I said I want the mermaid to be 23 inches wide. So I'm just going to place my tape from here as well. And then I'll mark 23 inches. This is where 23 inches ends. So I'm going to bring in my ruler and connect the points. I'll use this part of my curved ruler, connecting from hip to waistline, and then from hip to knee line, and then I'm going to connect with my straight ruler to the flare to this point like this. Okay, so can you see what we have here? So just blend it in nicely. We don't have any sharp point on our body, so it needs to be well blended. So now this is what we're going to do. So if you look at this part, because it is a slanted line, it looks longer than this side. So we need to take care of that. If not, if you leave it that way, your skirt will be sticking out. It will not balance at the side. So I'm going to measure what I have here from the knee to the hem. Here I have 24 inches. So I'm going to repeat that measurement here. So from the knee to this 24 inches, this is where 24 inches stops. Can you see? So this is where my 24 inches stops. But now in this case, because I want to use the scallop part of the lace, can you see? Because we have a scallop hem here, and I want to make use of this. This is what I'm going to do. The difference I have here is about 2 inches. It's about 2 inches to get to the hem here. So what I will do here, I'm going to come here and mark 1.5. I have a difference of 2 inches. I am marking 1.5. So that means I'm left with half inch. That half inch is what I will use to stitch them together here, so that at the end of the day, I will have exactly the same 24 that I have here on this side as well. So now, having marked this 1.5 inches here, I will come to this part and get the midpoint of my 23 inches. And here is the midpoint of the 23 inches. And then I will bring in my curved ruler and then connect from this 1.5 mark I have here. I'll connect it like this and then connect like this. So can you see that this is more like a dart? I'm going to be cutting out this part so that my skirt can balance up, so that the difference between this center and this side will be eliminated. I hope we understand that. So that's that for now. You can see I have my dart. I'll come back here and we'll cut it out. So from the waistline down, we're going to come down by 1 inch for the waist sloper. We don't leave our front waistline straight. This is because we're not straight in front. In front, we have this curved shape. So I came down by 1 inch from the center here, and then I'm going to connect it to the actual measurement here. So I'll be cutting out this part. So now I'll bring in my scissors so we can cut out what we have. Cut. So I'll be cutting on the previous waistline. I won't be cutting on the sloper yet. I will show us when we need to cut on the sloper. That's after we have cut the back. So here, so now I'll cut on this actual waist. So this is what we have. So now I'm not cutting this out yet. I'm going to place the back. And then when we are done with the back, I'll show us how we cut it out, because we are still going to have to eliminate this for the back also. And then when we are done, we'll cut our waist sloper. So, so I've placed my fabric, I folded my fabric for the back piece. And for the back, I have an extension here. This is the center front here. I have an extension here of 6 inches because I want to have that tail effect just a little bit at the center back area. You can see that this is the side and this is the center back. So that's why I have this extra 6 inches here. So this is our knee line, the hip line, and the waistline. So here on the waistline, I'm going to mark 1 inch. This 1 inch is going to be for my zip allowance. So here I'm marking 1 inch. On the hip line here, I'm going to mark 1.5. And then on the knee line here, I'm just going to mark ½ inch. This is to enable us achieve that nice butt effect. So it will give us that nice butt rise at the back. So take note, I marked 1 inch on the waistline, 1.5 here on the hip line, and then ½ inch here. So from this knee line, I'm just going to connect it to what I have here. And another thing is from the hem here, that's from this scallop part here, I also have an extension of 4.5 inches. So meaning I want the back at the center back to be longer than the front with just that 4.5 inches to give that fullness on the ground. So now from this ½ inch I have here, I'm just going to connect it like this. You see, connected like this. So you can see that the back is longer. And then I'm going to use my curved ruler to connect from this knee line to the hip line. And then I'll connect to the waistline also. So now this is it. So every other thing here at the side remains the same. Where I have this alteration, you can see that this is our center back here. So now the next thing I'm going to do is this. I said that I want the center back to be longer, but the side has to be equal. It has to be equal with what we have in front here. So now to achieve that, I'll bring in my scissors. You can see that this is the point I said I'll be cutting out so that it can be equal. So I'll mark at this point. And then I'm going to verify what I have left. This is the point I'm cutting out. So I'll verify what I have left here. So from here I have 2.5 inches. So on this down part of, let me straighten my fabric. So what I have here is 2.5 inches. So I'll come here to the down part of this, that's the back, and then mark that same 2.5 inches. So this is where our 2.5 inches is. And see, this is where our 2.5 inches is. So now for the back also, to take care of that, because it has to balance here at the back. So meaning that the whole of this part will have to go out at the back. So this is what I'm going to do. I will also get the midpoint of this back piece. Take note that the back is wider than the front. So now the width is 27 inches. The midpoint is 13.5. So I'll mark this 13.5. So from here now, so from this point now, I'm just going to lift this up a little, and then I'll connect to this point like this, and then I'll also connect to this point like this. So the difference, why I have this difference in size is because the back is longer than the front. But in a case where your front and back are equal, all you need to take out is just the small one that is here. But this is because I have a longer length. So of course, because of this extra 4.5 inches I have here, so you can see that here now, instead of being exactly 1.5 that I have in front here, is now 6 inches. So that's just what I am doing here. I hope we get it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and trace out the shape. That's cut out the shape before we treat this part. So I have my scissors. I'm going to be cutting exactly what I have here at the side. if you are working with an Ankara fabric, you don't need to worry about that. You just take out your difference. You don't need to worry about the scallop part. This is because I want to maintain the scallop part of the material and still have my mermaid effect. So that is why we have this. Or if you're working with Ankara, all you need to do is to take out your difference and you are fine. Go ahead. So this is it. So I'm going to first cut the back, the difference for the back. Then I'll stop at this point. And then I'm going to cut like this also. So you can see, so I've cut out this part. So this is what our skirt will look like. Can you see? Can you see? So now for the, the front piece, I'm just going to shift away the back piece so I can cut the front piece as well. Then I will cut this part out as well. You see? So bring it back like this. So this is what we have here. So can you now see that the sides are aligned? Do you see what we have? So the front and the back piece, they are all equal now at this side. And then you can see that the center back is extended, it's longer. So I'm just going to trim out the excess I have here so that all the shapes are equal here at the side. Do you see? So this is what our skirt looks like. And see, everything is sitting really pretty. So all you need to do is to stitch it. So remember I left just half inch. So I'm going to stitch on quarter inch, really small. When you stitch on quarter inch, the stitch will be almost invisible and then it will look like this. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Repeat the same thing for the back pieces as well. And we are good. So now for the waist sloper, this 1 inch I left here, I'm going to come now and cut it out. I'm cutting it out only in front, not at the back. So you're going to separate the front from the back and then cut out the front waist sloper. Okay, so this is what we have. You can and see how our mermaid skirts looks like. This is a freehand method and it came out really beautiful. So we have come to the end of this video. If you learned something from this video, please do not hesitate to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video with your friends, and do not forget to put on your notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.